These animals went through the same evolutionary process as everything else on this planet. Same rules, same timelines. And somehow, they came out completely wrong. Or maybe, so far ahead that we just can't comprehend them yet. I'm going to show you 7 creatures that made scientists question everything they thought they knew about biology. Stay until number 1, because it's going to change how you think about life itself. Welcome back to Wildly Weird, where animal facts get strange, funny, and completely unforgettable. I'm your host, and today we're counting down the 7 animals that make biologists genuinely uncomfortable. Number 7. The platypus. When European scientists first saw a platypus specimen in 1799, they thought it was a prank. They literally accused the taxidermist of sewing a duck's bill onto a beaver. George Shaw, a respected naturalist, took scissors and tried to find the stitches. That's how impossible this animal looked. It's a mammal, but it lays eggs. It has no stomach. Food goes straight from esophagus to intestine. The males have venom spurs on their hind legs that cause pain so intense there's no current treatment that reliably works. And, this is the part that breaks brains, the platypus navigates using electroreception. It senses the electric fields generated by muscle movement in other animals. Underwater, it closes its eyes, ears, and nose entirely and hunts purely through electrical detection. Its DNA has 10 sex chromosomes. Humans have 2. The platypus has 10. Scientists still don't fully understand why. Number 6. The mantis shrimp. You see 3 types of color receptors. The mantis shrimp has 16. Scientists originally assumed this meant it saw the most incredible range of color imaginable, a visual experience completely beyond human comprehension. They were wrong. Recent research suggests it doesn't process color richly. Instead, it recognizes color incredibly fast, like a barcode scanner. While your brain takes milliseconds to identify a color, the mantis shrimp does it in microseconds. It's not seeing more, it's processing what it sees at a speed that makes human vision look like it's buffering. And then there's the punch. Its club accelerates at 10,000 G, the same force as a bullet leaving a gun. It generates cavitation bubbles that collapse with enough force to stun prey, even if the punch misses. It punches twice per strike, the contact and the shockwave. Aquarium glass, not a problem. It's broken out of tanks, multiple times. Number 5. The tardigrade, also called the water bear. It's 0.5 millimeter long, you can barely see it. And it is, without question, the most indestructible life form ever discovered on this planet. Boil it, freeze it to minus 458 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 degree above absolute zero. Expose it to the vacuum of outer space. Hit it with radiation 1,000 times the lethal human dose. Crush it under 6 times the pressure of the deepest ocean. Dry it out completely for 30 years. It survives all of it. It enters a state called cryptobiosis. Essentially, it shuts down every metabolic function, replaces the water in its cells with a sugar called trehalose that acts like biological glass, and becomes a near indestructible pod. Then, when conditions improve, it rehydrates and walks away. In 2019, a spacecraft crashed on the moon with tardigrades on board. They're probably still up there, alive, waiting. Number 4. Teratopsis dornii, the immortal jellyfish. Every other living thing on Earth ages in one direction: birth, growth, reproduction, death. It's a one-way door. This jellyfish walks back through it. When it's stressed, injured, or simply old, it reverts entirely to its juvenile polyp stage. Not metaphorically. Its cells actually transform into different cell types through a process called transdifferentiation. A muscle cell becomes a nerve cell. A skin cell becomes a muscle cell. It rebuilds itself from scratch. Biologically, it doesn't have to die. It can cycle between adult and juvenile indefinitely. The only reason they die at all is disease and predation, not aging. Scientists are studying this jellyfish's biology specifically for applications in human medicine. What they find could change everything. Number 3. The axolotl. A salamander that never grows up. It keeps its juvenile features for life, gills, fins, everything, through a process called neoteny. But here's the part. It regrows entire limbs, heart tissue, spinal cord segments, parts of its own brain, in 18 months, with zero scarring. Number 2. The Greenland shark. It doesn't reach sexual maturity until it's about 150 years old. The oldest one ever measured? 512 years. It was alive before the Mayflower landed in America, before Shakespeare finished writing. It moves so slowly it barely exists, and yet, it's still here. And number 1. You've already seen it if you've been following this channel, but the full story goes deeper than any short could hold. The pistol shrimp creates light from sound. Scientists call it sonoluminescence. For 1/1,000,000,000th of a second, a bubble collapses near the shrimp's claw and reaches temperatures approaching the surface of the sun. With zero combustion, no fire, no chemical reaction, just physics. Physics so extreme, it produces visible light. This animal, smaller than your finger, accidentally unlocks one of the rarest physical phenomena in the natural world, every single time it hunts. And when it loses its claw, it grows a new one. The old stub becomes a new, smaller claw. The shrimp reassigns its own limbs on demand. This isn't evolution being weird. This is evolution showing off. If any of these animals made you do a double take, you're exactly where you belong. Subscribe to Wildly Weird. New animal facts every Tuesday and Thursday that will genuinely change how you see the natural world. Comment below, which of these 7 breaks your brain the most? Drop the number. I read every single one. And if you want the animal that literally dissolves itself to transform, it's right here. See you in the next one.